Yes. So if it comes to here, in last class we have been seeing Kepler's first law and Kepler's second law. So Kepler's first law also we can call it as what, Monish? Kepler's first law also we can call it as law of orbits. Yes or no? So now the second one
Law of orbits.
also we can call it as law of area.
Law of areas.
Law of area.
Areas.
This is a little bit more important and more concerned. So this third law is called as Kepler's third law of planetary motion. Also we can call it as law of periods. So what this means, observe very carefully. So as we know, different planets have different elliptical orbits. Is it yes or no, guys? Will you accept that point? So first point you have to understand. So as we know, so elliptical path. So at one focus, who will be present? Who will be present? Sun is present at one focus, and different planets are present at the different elliptical shapes. Will you accept it or not, Ilmukil? So different planets are present at the different elliptical shapes. So one planet having this, as we know, in our solar system, totally how many planets are there? This is
8 planets.
8 planets. So this is P1, P2 line that we are having. So one more elliptical orbit. So
8 planets.
Try to understand very carefully, guys. And last class I have taught you different definitions. I will give you. Do you remember last class I have taught you semi-major axis, semi-minor axis, and all? Have you remember? Yes or no? So from here to here, it is called as what? Here to here, it is called as what? Semi-major axis.
Semi-major axis.
Major axis. According to that also I will give the definition. So try to understand.
Semi-major axis.
Kepler's third law also we can call it as law of periods. So if you observe very carefully here, for the first point which we know, different planets have different elliptical orbits. Will you accept it or not, everybody? Is it all the planets are revolving in a same? Different elliptical orbits. Yes or no? So now if you observe here, the length of the line joining a planet and the sun, is it constant for each and every position of the planet? Is it, or it is varies? That is what my concern. So now, is the line joining, that line is only called,
varies.
what you should call orbital. Yesterday I have taught you. What is that line called?
Radius vector.
Radius vector.
Radius vector.
Constant or varies from all the positions. That is what I want to know.
The varies from all.
Varies, sir. Varies.
So try to understand very carefully. In elliptical shape, it is not a circle. It is an elliptical shape. So the line joining from the planet to the sun, the radius vector is always not constant. Is it yes or no, guys? When the planet is here, the radius vector is not same. When the planet is here, the radius vector is not same. When the planet is here, the length of that which is joining from the planet to the sun, is it same or not? Tamil Selvan, is it constant or varies? Is it always varies? Yes or no? So that is the thing you have to remember. So the length of the line joining of a planet and the sun is not constant for each and every position of the planet. Will you accept it, Elmukil? Yes? Now,
yes, sir.
Observe very carefully. Because why it is not constant, guys? Can you say why it is not constant? Because it is an elliptical.
Because it is not a perfect circle.
So it is an elliptical shape. So this is what we can say sun. So when the position, when the planet is here, this is the distance. So what is this called as? The imaginary line. Also we can call it as what? Just now I told you.
Radius vector.
So now you can see
planet between the sun.
Yes. So when the planet is here, then is it radius vector is constant everywhere? It is not constant when it is in elliptical shape. Is it yes or no?
No, sir.
It is not constant. This is what
Yes,
is original thing is happening. So that is why. So the elliptical, understand, in elliptical shape, the radius vector is not constant. But in particular shape, it is constant. When, guys, can you say? When in circular motion, have you noticed it? When in circular motion, suppose if you imagine if this is the sun, this is the sun. Now planet is here, planet is here, planet is here, planet is here, planet is here. Then in this case, what is the radius vector, guys? In this case, what is the radius vector? Is it same or different? Please respond.
The same.
Circular motion, Ramoni. Circular motion. Is it
Sir,
same?
same, sir.
Okay.
Same, sir.
Same, correct?
Sir,
In
same, sir.
elliptical orbit, the line joining between the sun and the planet is not constant for each and every position of the planet. But if the shape of the orbit of a planet is circular, is what? Is what, guys? Circular. But originally it is not
Circular.
circular. Try to understand very carefully. If it is a circular shape, then always the distance is constant. Will you accept it, that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Originally, what is happening? Is it a elliptical shape or it is a circular shape? That is what my question.
Elliptical shape, sir.
Elliptical shape.
Elliptical shape. Elliptical.
So,
Elliptical shape.
For distance may vary.
first point I'm saying, the length of the line joining a planet and the sun is not constant for each and every position of the planet. Yes or no? Because of elliptical shape. Now, if suppose, if the shape of the orbit of a planet is circular, if the shape of the planet, of the orbit of a planet is circular, then the length of the line joining the sun and the planet will become what, Monish? Will become what, Pradosh? It will become
Constant.
constant.
Equal.
That's
Constant.
if case. It is what? If case. If it is if, it is constant. If it is not, it is not. So now you can see this is the circular. So in this case, it is always the radius vector is constant. But if I'll take elliptical shape, it is not what is happening. It is not constant. That is what it is happening. But what is the real shape, Ra? Elamukil? Is it a elliptical shape or circular shape? Is it elliptical shape?
Elliptical, sir.
Elliptical shape.
Elliptical.
Correct. So, since the orbits of the planets are elliptical and the distances of the planets from the sun are not constant throughout, we will consider average of the distances. That is what we should call it as average radius of the orbit. What we should call? Average radius of the orbit. So,
Radius of
Average
the-
radius of the orbit.
not constant. So here the sun and here the planet. So the different positions, different distances it is present. So that is why we will consider average radius of the ellipse. Do you understand, everybody? What we should call? What we should call, Ra? Average. Called as
Yes, sir.
average radius of the
Average. Average radius.
average radius. Average radius of the orbit. Understand? So now my question is, who will say why we are considering here average radius of the orbit? Anybody can say? Why we are considering?
Because then,
Sir, because the radius vector is not constant.
Because
because it is not constant. It
the
varies.
radius of this elliptical shape is not constant. Means the radius vector between the sun and the planet is not constant every time. So that is why we are going with what, Ra? Average. Understand? So that is the thing.
Average.
Remember here. Now you can see, if you understand this concept, now you can see, according to the Kepler's third law of planetary motion, what it is? According to the Kepler's third law of planetary motion, remember, the square of the period of revolution. What is that, guys? The square of the period of revolution of a planet around the sun. So let me consider, I'm saying square of the time. So square of the period of the planet around the sun. Suppose let me consider, as we know, Earth if we'll consider. Earth, how many days, Tamil Selvan, how many days it will take to revolve around the sun?
365 days.
365
and a half days.
That is what we should call it as what, guys? 1 year. Is it yes or no?
1 year.
Yes, sir.
That is what we should call it as 1 year. So now what I am saying, Kepler's third law will say, Kepler's third law of planetary motion, what it will say? According to this Kepler's third law of planetary motion, the square of the period of revolution of a planet. What is that? The square of the period of revolution of a planet. Around whom? Around whom? Around sun. Around
Sun.
The sun.
is directly proportional to the, what is that, guys? Directly proportional to the cube of
Directly
Directly
proportional.
proportional to
the
the
planet orbit. Understand, Ra? Directly proportional to the average radius of the planet. This is what we should call it as Kepler's third law of planetary motion. Kepler's third law of planetary motion. So this statement, what? See, try to understand. Here I am using radius, average radius of the orbit. So why I am using average radius of the orbit, you may understand. But if you'll open your textbook, NCERT textbook, and if you'll go somewhere others, what they will say means, directly they will put a statement called as the square of the time period of the planet around the sun is directly proportional to radius, cube of the radius, they will say. That's all. So if they will, this is the statement they will say. That is what called as Kepler's planetary motion, Kepler's third law of planetary motion. That's all.
Third law.
So now what is that? This is the statement given by Kepler's. He has been calculated with the help of lot of observations. But this is the single statement they have given. But why I explained this everything elliptical shape and radius, this circular shape? If it is a circular path, then radius is always constant. Is it yes or no, guys? By that time we can consider
Constant.
cube of radius. But here it is elliptical shape. That is what we are considering average radius of the orbit. What we are considering? Average radius of the planet's orbit. Planet's orbit. Do you understand, Elmokil, Tamil Selvan? So this elliptical shape, this orbit is not constant for every planet. Yes or no? So it will vary from planet to planet. That is what you have to understand very carefully. So what is Kepler's third law? Everybody can say that is what? What is Kepler's third law? Kepler's third law will say that the square of the period of revolution. What is
Period
that?
of time
The square
is directly proportional to average radius of
revolution
the
of a planet. Period of revolution of a planet around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of the average radius of the planet orbits. What is that? Average radius of the planet orbits. Understand, Ra? That is what we can consider T square is directly proportional to average radius, cube of the average radius of the planet orbits. What is that? Planet's orbit. Are you understand, everybody? Any doubt you can ask me. This is what we should call Kepler's third law. Any doubt, please? Yes.
No doubt, sir.
Are you understand, Ra? Now, this is the according
No
to
doubt, sir.
simple
Yes,
definition.
sir.
no doubt, sir.
The definition it is. Any doubt, anybody you can ask me. Now itself I will explain once again if you want. Clear? Yes? Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you write, I will give the statements, right? Different planets have, write it slowly, no issues. We have to understand, correct? So whatever you understand, that is you have to write it. So now in your notebook, what you have to write? You have to draw one circular shape and you have to draw one what? Elliptical shape. Do you understand? One circular shape and one elliptical shape. Why? We are going to explain what? Kepler's third law. That is only called as law of periods. So everybody write, keep heading Kepler's third law. Also we can call it as law of periods. Law of periods. Mahalakshmi, are you understand? Sai, Shruti, Manya and Samaya.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is law of periods, right? See, very in detail I am explaining. So listen, again one more I will change according to the next level. That is. So we are going to derive formula also now. So different planets have, write it. Different planets have different elliptical orbits. Different planets have what? Different elliptical orbits. Different elliptical orbits. Different elliptical orbits. Also, the length of the line, joining a planet, the length of the line 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 joining a planet and the sun is not constant for each and every position of the planet. Each and every position of the planet. So now that circle, if circle, that you people will remember or not, shall I need to say it? Is not waste a time waste, correct? If it is circle, we know that radius is always constant, but here elliptical shape, that is why shape is not constant. Are you understand, everybody? Yes, please respond me. Yeah, so that is how to
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
write it. Is not constant. Every position of the planet, every position of the planet is not constant. Is not constant. Out.
లేదు ఇప్పుడే అది నానబెట్టి అన్నమాట
Do you understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. The length of the line joining the planet. Now you write. Since the orbits of the planets, since the orbits of the planets, since the orbits of the planets, since the orbits of the planets are orbits of the planets are elliptical. Jayavarsini, are you understand, Jayavarsini? Elliptical. Yes. Elliptical. Planets of the orbits are elliptical. Elliptical. Planets of the orbits are elliptical. And the distances of the planets from the sun. Distances of the planets from the sun are not constant, are not constant throughout we consider the average of the distances. We consider the average of the distances. We consider the average of the distances. That is what we should call the Tamil Selvan. Average of the distances called as average radius of the orbit. What we should call, guys?
Are not constant throughout.
Throughout is not constant, is not constant throughout, comma. We consider the average of the distances, average of the distances called average radius of the planet's orbit, average radius of the planet's orbit. So now, this is what we have to pre-knowledge, we can say. This is what if you know Kepler's third law, this is the required knowledge for us. Now we have to draw two diagrams. What is the diagrams, guys? What is the diagrams? This is one elliptical shape. Next one is what?
Circle and elliptical.
It's a circle shape. Now here I am not saying about the circle. Why? As we know, the planetary motion is in elliptical shape or circular motion. It will be in elliptical shape. That is. But both you write here.
Elliptical.
Yes, you draw both the shapes and you write here. Here radius is not constant always. But here R is constant always. Is it okay, everybody? Pradosh, are you understand, Pradosh? Maitrayan? Here R is not constant and here R is constant. Are you clear, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, what is the statement? Now, right. According to the Kepler's third law of planetary motion, according to the Kepler's third law of planetary motion, the square of the period of revolution, the square of the period of revolution of a planet around the sun is directly proportional to, first write the statement, later only have to write this, is directly proportional to the cube of the cube of the average radius of the you consider average radius is capital R. Average radius of the planet's orbit. Average radius of the planet's orbit. This is what we should call it as Kepler's third law of planetary motion. Any doubt in this? You can ask. Till here clear? Now you write this statement. Understand? Yes? Nobody is responding. Understand?
Sir.
Yes?
Yes,
Sir.
This is what a single,
Yes, sir.
single body. Now if you consider one planet and one elliptical shape. So now this is the sun. Now this is the elliptical shape. Now how many planets are? One planet you have. This is P1. So P1 means we can say, what is the Telemakel? We can say P1 means the time period, the square of the time period is directly proportional to cube of the average radius of the planet's orbit. This is what we can say. Now, but in exams and all what we have to do, if two planets are there, then what is? If two planets are revolving, is that any relation is there? This is what we want, because we are living on what? We are living on the sun or the planet? We are living on the one of the planet, correct? So now we want to know the relationship between two planets, how the motion will be, and what is the time period. We have to calculate it. So how it is calculating, that is all we can see. So let us consider now, I am considering two planets. How many planets are? Two planets I am considering. So
Two
now
planets.
very carefully, in this case, how the formula will be. So that is what it is, you have to understand. So now let us consider. This is the second orbit. Will you be able to understand, guys, everybody? So this is the, what it is called as second
Yes, sir.
orbit, and this is first orbit. It is not coming here. One inside, one should come, but it is not showing. So okay, we'll try to draw what we'll do. So now I will draw. So this is the first orbit. Now imagine here the sun will be there. Now this is the second orbit. What is this, Ra? Second orbit. Will you able to
Second
understand,
orbit.
everybody? So now here is the sun. Now this is the planet 1 and this is what? Planet 2. P2 and P1. So now this is what you most important formula remember. If the period of revolution of two planets, if you consider two planets, I am considering what, guys? P1 and P2. Now what is the relation between that? We'll see.
P2.
If the period of revolution of two planets are T1 and T2, I am considering the time period for the planet 1 is T1. What is the time period of planet 1, Ra? T1. And the time period of planet 2 is what, guys? Time period of planet 2 is what?
T2.
Understand?
T2.
I am considering two planets now. So the time period of planet 1 is T1. The time period of planet 2 is T2. Are you clear anything? Now, and the average radii is the plural form of radius. Yes or no? More than one
Plural
planet.
form of radius.
Yes, sir.
So now, average radii of their orbits. What it will call? Maunis will say. What is the average radii? Average radii of planet 1 is R1. Average radii of planet 2 is what?
R2.
R2. Any doubt?
R2.
R2.
Average radius, the time period of planet 1 is P1 and the time period of planet 2 is T2. Yes, sir? So now, so here it should come, sorry. So now average radius is what will become, Ra? Average radius of P1. This is P1. Now average radius of P2. P2 I will write here. So this is P2. Is it okay, guys? This is P1.
Yes, sir.
P2.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, average radius is R2. So in this case, if you consider, listen very carefully, then the square of the time period and cube of the radius R1, both always, if you do the ratios, always it will be equals to the constant. So if you do whatever it is, so planet 1, T1 square, so time period square divided by average radius, cube of average radius, which is equals to, if you check, T2 square divided by, what will come, Ra?
R2.
R2 cube.
R2 cube.
Which is equals to what will come, guys? Which is equals to constant. This is what?
Constant.
Third. Understand? If you consider third planet, what will come, Pradosh, Maitreyan? Can you answer, Adarshan? If you consider P3, P3 what will come?
Sir,
T-
T3 square divided by
T1
R3
by
cube is equal to
R1
constant.
It is
Divided by
constant.
R3.
divided by R3 R cube.
R3
Then
cube
which is
is
also
equal to
equal
constant.
which is also equals to constant. This is what the most important one. Are you understand, guys? Everybody? Hope you are. Everybody understand
sir.
this. So always, whatever the orbital radius, whatever the time period for them, but if you do square of the time period and cube of radius, average radius of the orbit of the planets, then all the planets, it will come what, Ra? It will come constant. Are you understand, Ra? This is what you have
Sir.
learn from the third law. Are you understand? That is the statement. Everybody should write it. Hope you all understand. Now draw this diagram. Two elliptical shape you have to draw, and I will state the statement. You have to write it. Everybody draw two planets now. Two planets and two elliptical orbits. So that is, so as we know, Adarshan, will you accept Adarshan? Is it always this average radius for the planet 1 and planet 2? Is it same or different?
Different, sir.
That is, you have to understand, because different planets is having different orbital waves, so different the different length it will be there. So that is, please write it all of you. If the period of revolution of two planets are what we consider, Monish? Two planets are, what is that, Alana?
P1, P2.
T1 and T2. T1 and T2. If the period of revolution of two planets are T1 and T2. T1 and T2. And the average radii. Manya and Samya, what do you mean by radii? What do you mean by radii?
Radius.
Radii is the plural form of radius. Everybody understand? Average radii of their orbits are, what is the Tamil Selvan? Of the radius are T1 and T2.
R1 and R2.
R1 and R2. Okay, guys? Yes?
Yes, sir.
That is. So what you have written?
Up to R1 and R2.
Radii of their orbits are R1 and R2.
Yes. Then what is the formula? Then T1 square divided by R cube of R1 cube is equals to T1 square divided by R1 cube is equals to T2 square divided by R2 cube. Understand, everyone? Suppose if you consider planet 1 is A, planet 2 is B, then by the time what will come, guys? TA square divided by RA cube, which is equals to what will come, Ra? TB square divided by
TB
R.
squared by RB.
If you consider your choice, 1 and 2, if you consider 1 and 2 will come. If you consider 2 and A and B, if you consider, it will come A and B. No confusion at all. So all the formulas is same. Are you understand, everyone? That is how to remember. Is it okay, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is how to remember it. Now the same formula you people can write in another way also. That is T1 by T2 whole square is equals to, you can write reverse also. So that is also you can check it. So now this one, can I write it as a, like this? All of you check it. So TA square, TA divided by TB whole square is equals to RA divided by RB whole cube. Can I write it or not? Check it, all of you. Is it right or wrong? You can tell me. Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is also correct one. So this is,
Sir.
you have to remember. So here also, this is constant, always constant, but this formula I can modify it as a like this also. Elmokil, are you clear, Elmokil? Most important formula. Understand? For that
Yes,
is.
sir.
The foundations one, this is the most important. So TA by TB whole square is equals to RA by RB whole cube. So this is what the thing.
RB is a whole cube.
What is R? R is equals to what, guys? R is equals to average radius of the planet's orbit. Any doubt?
Radius. Average radius.
So now, if you understand, so now you can see, I will show you, we will solve one numerical also. Now meeting is going to end, correct? Now you can see, I will show you one thing, the planetary data, what it is indicating, you can try to observe, and it is the distance is almost similar or not, you can check it, average radius and everything, you can notice it. That is what the tabular column, what will suggest, you have to, just values I'm saying. So you no need to learn or no need to by heart anything, just you have to observe that value. So now you can see, this is the tabular column. Can you able to see, guys? Everybody? So now you can see here, the first two laws we can apply to the each planet. What we can apply? First two laws. What is the first two laws, guys? Law of orbits and the law of areas. We can apply
Law of area.
each planet. Each
Area.
planet. Understand? Each planet, we can apply moon, we can apply satellites individually. So there is no obligations, nothing. So for first law and second law, we can use to the planets, we can use the satellites, we can use to the moon, even including natural law, everything. But if you come to the third law, understanding, always it will relate what? It will relate the motion of several objects
Planet.
about a single body. Motion of the several objects about a single body. So that is why it can be used to compare the planets' distances from the sun. So third law we cannot use for single body. Always we can use for what? It is using, relates the motion of several objects about a single body. Means a different kind of thing. All the objects are revolving around a single body. So here single body, who is anybody can say? Sun. Sun is the single body and planets
sun.
are revolving around the sun. So Kepler's third law can be used for motion of several objects. Motion of several objects about a single body
Several.
presented the 4P. That is what you have to remember. So that is why